Now back to Hanging with Hanna.
Up next, we have our charismatic leaders. These leaders lead through their personality and their willingness to talk to others. Up next, we have Harry Potter. Welcome to Hanging with Hanna. How are you today?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
So, what do you think the characteristics a charismatic leader needs to have?
Well, you have to have certain qualities in this kind of leadership whole thing. I was born with it because I'm the chosen one. Yeah, thank you. But, thank you. But you have to be good with people, and you have to know what they want, and you have to kind of be able to work with them, and kind of, sorry, I don't want to cast a spell on you. You kind of have to just, people. That's what it's all about. Personality and people.
Very good answer. Very good answer.
Oh, thanks.
Up next, we will have Superman. So, Superman, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
So what is an example of you being a charismatic leader?
Well, you know, I lead the whole nation behind me to fight bad guys. With my charming personality because I'm pretty hot. Nice. I'm pretty strong too. I lead them just with how strong I am. I'm very charming.
I can tell.
Yeah, they follow me.
Oh, nice. Up next, we have Martin Luther King Jr. Woo! So, Martin.
It's Martian.
Okay. So we all know that Martin Luther King was a very
Martian Luther King Jr.
was very influential throughout Earth and the whole universe. Whether it's between people that are purple or green, or that have 2 eyes or 4 eyes, or sorry. But how would you say being a charismatic leader has affected you?
Well, Hannah, everyone knows of my space struggles with the space racists and all of the spaceship boycotts that I led intergalactically to fight the space racism. And I feel like I couldn't have achieved those accomplishments without using my alien personality and my charm to get all of the aliens to come together and make peace. So I really pride myself on the fact that I use my personality to really lead all of the aliens to create peace among the universes.
Thank you, Martin, for coming in.
It's Martian.
Thank you all. Up next, we will have a group conversation discussing charismatic leadership.
Want the eyebrows you've always desired? Get them with Easy Breezy Beautiful CoverGirl.
Welcome back to Hanging with Hanna. Now our guests will talk about which charismatic leadership characteristic they view as the most important.
Well, Hannah, I think that confidence is the most important characteristic.
Why do you say that?
Because if I didn't lead my people with confidence that I was going to beat the bad guys, they would have never followed me or trusted me.
Well, but you see, I think that communication is very, very important, because if I hadn't communicated my dream to all of the other aliens, they would have never known that I had a dream to really impact the society and change the way society feels about aliens.
Well, Martian, I do see your point there, but I do have to say that substance has to be the key to my leadership style.
What did you say has to be the key?
Substance.
Can you please speak
Substance.
English?
I think you're not even from this planet.
Excuse me.
Neither am I.
I know, I'm the only true
Okay,
Earthling
guys,
here.
back to...
Substance is what we were talking about. Substance has got to be key, because substance, you have to be a true person. If you're not a real person and you're not true with your personality, how is anybody going to want to trust you? Checkmate.
Thank you for that wonderful conversation. Up next, we have transformational leaders.
Okay,
It's my mother.
And then tuck it
Okay, so
under, over, tuck this like no. Oh yeah, over,
We used to have music.
And then you go to the left. Then you go to the other side. And then you pull it through. Yeah. And then you put... And then you have it upside down.
Like that.
There we go.
Oh, they broke!
That didn't work. Our next segment is on transformational leaders. Our first leader is Finn Dombrowski.
Go math!
Thank you for being on the show.
You're so welcome.
How are you a transformational leader?
Well, I like to lead my students, and I like to inspire them to become better people. I also like to form very personal relationships with my students to lead them.
Those are very good examples. Up next, we have Darth Vader. Thank you for coming on the show. Now, can you give our audience some examples of how you are a transformational leader?
Well, Hannah, I transform people to join the dark side. I bring them over, I persuade them, I talk to them, I bring them over, and I mentor them.
Oh, okay. Yes?
I mean, I really don't want to say this, but I just don't feel like Darth Vader's a very positive influence in the dark side
Well...
in transformational leadership.
Don't bring bananas into the set! They're so gross!
While we settle this dispute, we're gonna go do a quick commercial break. Guys, stop! Stop it!
Peace among us all.
Oh, Jesus, I'm so glad you came. You're such a great example of a transformational leader. Why don't
Yes.
you join us on the couch? Maybe separate the two.
Yes, I am.
Thank
Hello.
you. Now, can you give us some examples or maybe tell us a story about how you affected others in your transformational leadership?
Well, I feel as if I have used transformational leadership in many ways.
I'm sure you have.
I have led my disciples through many difficult times, and I have brought them the word of the Lord. And that's something that I definitely take pride in. And I build many relationships with my followers, and I believe that my use of transformational leadership has really been the driving force in all of my leading that I've done throughout my life.
I agree. Are you guys thirsty?
I am parched. I would like some water, please.
Here you go.
Ah, thank you, Hannah.
So what's the difference between you guys and the charismatic leaders?
Well, Hannah, I would say that the difference between a charismatic leader and a transformational leader is pretty clear. Basically, a charismatic leader more relies on his own personal personality, and a transformational leader values the bonds between himself and his followers.
And really transforms the person.
Exactly.
I couldn't run the Death Star without having a close relationship with every stormtrooper and commander.
Well, that was this episode of Hanging with Hannah. Thanks for watching.
I think the universe is on inside. Heaven and earth have finally aligned.